Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, word to my brethren all around the world watching this video. Hope your day is going well as you're watching this. Let me just say, over the last couple of videos that I've had a chance to do, again, a lot of good response, a lot of good comments, so I appreciate you guys' support. Thank you for all that. But I wanted to talk about Anthony Joshua because yesterday it was reported that it was reported by Matchroom Boxing that Anthony Joshua has secured 2 dates for his Wembley Stadium fight. So he has a September 22nd fight, which all of us anticipate that it'll be Alexander Povetkin. So he has that date secured for Wembley Stadium. And then he has April 13th, 2019 secured for Wembley Stadium. So, I think the way I interpret this move, starting off with the Povetkin thing, I think it's good that AJ, for his career, we find out Wembley Stadium again. It'll be his third Wembley Stadium fight, his second big Wembley Stadium fight, but his third Wembley Stadium fight because he fought on the undercard of Froch Groves at Wembley Stadium, but most people tend to forget that. So this will actually be his third fight at Wembley Stadium, his second one that he's headlining. So big ups to him. But the thing that we need to really look at with this announcement is that April 13, 2019 date, because that was the same date that Eddie Hearn basically said would be the day that they wanted to fight Wilder. When they made Wilder the offer, it was for April the 13th, 2019, and that's the offer that Wilder declined. So the way I look at this is, to me, this is a statement of intent, a statement of basically not just to Wilder, but to the boxing public and boxing fans at large, basically saying that, with or without Wilder, the show will go on, and it is at Wembley Stadium. So, I'm sure both parties involved are going to try to make Joshua Wilder in 2019 because it's too big of a fight not to happen. There's too much money to be made. It's too good for the sport and good for the promoter's agenda for them to not make the fight happen. So I eventually I see it getting done. But if it doesn't get done, then we can't really fault Joshua or Matchroom because they made the offers. They try to get the fight, but they're at least saying, hey, with or without Wilder, the show must go on. So looking at it from the AJ perspective of things, I think it's great for AJ because, you look at him, doesn't even have 25 fights, and by the time right now he's what? Because right now Anthony Joshua's record is what, like 21-0, something like that. So he's gonna fight Povetkin in the 22nd fight. His 23rd fight will be against whoever on April the 13th, 2019, and that'll be his 23rd fight. So he's gonna have not even 25 fights, and he will have already by then, after his 23rd fight, he will have already headlined 3 boxing shows at Wembley Stadium, man. So you got to give credit where credit is due. Eddie Hearn and the folks at Matchroom Boxing have put AJ in a great position. And I'm looking forward to seeing, if for whatever reason the Wilder fight doesn't come through on April the 13th, 2019, then what route do they go? I think a lot of that is dependent upon Joseph Parker versus Dillian White, because, if Dillian White goes in there and he beats Joseph Parker in the manner that a lot of you guys that were on my live the other night were saying, then Dillian White will probably take Wilder's spot on that April 13th, 2019 show. You can take it to the bank if the Wilder fight doesn't happen on that April 13th date. You can take it to the bank that if White has won and beat Parker, and put himself in the position to create more of a demand for that fight, that it will definitely happen. He is when I look at Parker versus White, particularly if it's White winning, I look at that fight as pretty much the backup. Whoever wins that fight, as long as the winner of that fight wins in a decisive and impressive fashion, and the fight is exciting, the winner of that fight is going to be the backup opponent for Wilder. So if the Wilder fight falls through, take this to the bank. We can come back to this video in what? It's July right now as I'm talking, so we can come back to this video in August, September, October, November, December, January. So we can come back to this video about 8-9 months time, or 7 months time, whenever they announce who his opponent will be on April the 13th, 2019. We can come back to this video, and you guys can remember what I'm telling you, that the backup opponent, if the Wilder fight does not come about on April 2019, will probably be the winner of Parker versus White, because you got to look at it like this. First of all, Dillian White and AJ in the first fight for the British title was a fantastic fight. It was, in terms of excitement, it was a fantastic fight. White hurt AJ. AJ had to show some poise and some toughness early in his career. He was able to, and it ended with an emphatic knockout. And it was a fun fight to watch. And since then, White has made some minor improvements, and we're going to see if those improvements have paid dividends here in this Parker fight. So with that being said, if he's able to beat Joshua not Joshua, Parker, if he's able to beat Parker in a convincing manner, he'll get the fight. And if the winner of that fight doesn't fight Joshua, then it'll be Jarrell Miller. It'll be Jarrell Miller because y'all remember I did the interview with Jarrell Miller, and Eddie Hearn said that he'd be fighting him this year, but obviously that's not going to happen. So Jarrell Miller. So the way I look at it is this: if the Wilder fight in April doesn't come about, then Eddie Hearn already has 3. Yeah, you heard correctly. He already has 3 backup opponents for Anthony Joshua. He has White, Parker, and Jarrell Miller. So the way I look at this announcement, like I said earlier in the video, it's a statement of intent that the show's going to go on with or without Wilder, and that they're not going to put their career plans on hold for Wilder. I'm sure they'll still try to go and make the fight happen, but they're not putting their career plans on hold for Wilder. So that's really my thoughts on the whole matter. You can give me yours down below, but just remember what I'm telling you guys. If the Wilder fight does not come through, he's already planned. He's already has his backup opponents. Parker, White, Miller. You're going to see one of those 3 names fight Joshua on the 13th of 2019 of April if the Wilder fight doesn't come about. So that's what it is. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What do you guys think? Is the Wilder fight going to get done, or is it too much? Is it too much for her? And do they already have? Are they going to eventually, just move on without him? I think that's what this is. I think it's a statement of intent to the fans, to the boxing public, and also to Wilder and his team himself. That if they don't get their ducks in a row and they don't try to at least negotiate something sensible, that this fight won't get done. So we'll see what happens, man. Hopefully it does come about, because I know that's a fight that I want to see. It's a fight that you want to see, and it's a fight that the boxing deserves. It's a fight that fight fans deserve. And I have the utmost confidence that it will get done. I'm going to be positive here on True School Sports. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single video, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just kidding, dang it. So until next time, take care, guys. And last but not least, before I end the video, for those of you wondering when my next live will be, expected to be sometime tomorrow. I know tomorrow, I think Jose Ramirez is fighting tomorrow. So me and my boy Alex will probably be live tomorrow for that. So stay tuned for that. And stay tuned for all the other great boxing content we have coming up here on True School Sports. And yeah, take care, guys.